Hi guys, and welcome here at the Curious 24. I have here a special guest sitting near me. So this is Joe from Startup Radio, a good old friend that I want to introduce to you because he did some amazing stuff in his past. But I don't want to talk about as much as I can about you. Maybe you can introduce yourself to our audience.
Hey guys, my name's Joe from startuprate.io. I run a startup and technology and innovation podcast focusing on startups in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland in English only. We've been scored a global top 60 science podcast by Chartable, but our main focus is the introduction and the business around startups and scale-ups here in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And sometimes I do have an overlap with Bartosz.
Yeah, great. So maybe it's interesting, when did you start that kind of show?
I started quite some time ago. Basically, I have a very good friend who introduced me to a podcaster back in 2012, and I said, maybe I do 1 or 2 episodes. I haven't done a month without podcasting since. The first episode of startuprate.io went live on Halloween 2014, so we're approaching our 10th anniversary, and I'm still going strong doing 1 episode a month. Plus, we do have an internet radio station where Bartosz's content will hopefully be aired as well. You can find it on startup.radio.
Perfect. So when did you release new episodes if I'm subscribing to your channel?
Basically what we do have a main podcast and some sub-podcasts. For example, you're only interested in deep tech startups. There is a sub-podcast, Deep Tech by startuprate.io. And basically what we do is every time we have content that fits one of our sub-podcasts, we publish it at the same time as our main podcast, plus our monthly news. And then our main podcast, it's pretty simple. Every Thursday, 6 a.m., you get new content from us, audio. Around noon, we have our video, plus we do blog from time to time. And once a month, I do with my co-founder, Dr. Christian Farnbach, a news wrap-up. It's called This Month in GSA Startup, where we do, as the name says, we wrap up what was going on in the German, Austrian, and Swiss startup world. Sorry, being a little bit more expensive in my answers.
All good. So as you can see, Joe speaks English also in his streams, in his podcasts, and this is quite good also for our audience at Startups from Science, because we see that this is a common language here in the startup world. So we are targeting that kind of language. And what listeners, or what can listeners expect if they are hearing monthly your episodes and are subscribed to your channel?
So first I have to say we do get a lot of inbound interest in interviews. So basically you can think that we have eliminated around 14 to 15 pitches before we get to our interview guests. We do have a lot of 40 under 40, Kapital 40 unter 40, Forbes 30 under 30, unicorn founders, Emmy Award winners, New York Times bestselling authors, and important investors, of course. And all that stuff is on our regular basis, but we take most pride when we tell you, you may have never heard of our guests before, but you will in the future. And that actually holds true for a lot of startups out here.
Perfect. Joe, last question. How do I subscribe to your channel or to the podcast? Where I find you? What do I need to type in my browser field to find this very cool content?
That's pretty simple. You can look for startuprate.io on your favorite podcasting app. We're everywhere. You can go to startuprate.io to find us and find all the options to subscribe. You can find us also on social media, on TikTok, on YouTube. We are posting 24/7 on X, Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Did I forget something?
Perfect.
Yes, I forgot Threads. I forgot Blue Sky. Sorry,
Okay.
we are everywhere.
At Twitch maybe, or
No Twitch. No Twitch.
not now. So you can see on here, you can jump on every channel what is like convenient for you to hear the content and search for Joe. So Joe, thank you very much for being here for this interview, and yeah, best wishes for your channel, and hopefully good news from from European startups in your channel.
Thank you very much.